Just getting the call, first of all, what was that like?
Yeah, it was pretty cool. I got to the field in Rochester, New York, with Worcester, and I was about to change into my clothes to get ready for the day, and uh, I was like literally taking my shirt off, and our pitching coach comes over. He's like, "Hey, put that back on. Come in the office with me." And I was like, "Okay, well, this is cool. I feel like I know where this is going." Walk in the office, and it was not confirmed or not whether or not I was going to be pitching the next day on Sunday. So they just told me like, hey, you got to be ready for the potential start tomorrow. We don't know if you're going to be coming back here and not starting, or if you are starting tomorrow. So basically, head to the airport or get on the road or do whatever you need to get to Boston, and hopefully you pitch tomorrow. And it was really cool. It was a day where I'm calling everybody just to try and get them up here as fast as they can. And I ended up pitching, and you know, and it was a fun day, and everybody got there safely, so it was all good.
And then to call your dad, Richard, what was that like?
It was really cool. Yeah, I was hoping that both my parents would be on the phone, and that I think this is the rare time that they weren't together on a Saturday, but it was really cool to call them and just be like, hey, this is what's happening. I hate that it wasn't confirmed yet because I wasn't able to tell them for sure like, hey, I am pitching in the big leagues tomorrow, and but just to be able to pour into them how much that they've done for me, and got me to this point. It's pretty cool.
Were there tears? Was there yelling and screaming, or what was it like?
uh, I mean, my dad. He's not the most emotional guy, and I'm not either. So with it not being confirmed, it was very like, hey, this is kind of what's happening. Can you uh find a way to tell mom, and then we're gonna get ready to go. But and then so it was like, okay, cool. And then get off the phone, and that was it. But when I called my wife, she was screaming, she was tearing up. It was awesome. So then when I called my mom later, she was crying. It was fun.
Oh, that's so good. How many people in the traveling party?
We had 20 people there.
So good. When you took the mound, were you nervous?
Uh, Initially I was a little, I guess, anxious is the best way to say. Just it's a dream that's coming true, and just having that become your reality. I want to do well in the moment. But as soon as I threw that first pitch, I kind of had a weight lifted on my shoulders, and it was like, all right, let's just play baseball.
When you got out there, did you look around? I mean, this is Fenway Park for crying out
Yeah,
loud. Uh, did you have a moment where you were able to drink it in and just say that this is incredible?
yeah. I had a few of those moments. I before I even changed in Fenway, like before I got ready for the day, I walked out, just kind of looked around the field, and before anybody's even there, and just like, wow, this is Fenway. And then walking out of the dugout, getting ready to go down to the bullpen to get ready for the day. Did the same thing. There's about half the fans in the stadium at this point, and just uh, yeah, I mean, it's just even better when it's full.
And this wasn't one of those cases where, it went, okay, you strike some people out. You had to field your position, especially I saw a double play that you turned. I
Oh yeah,
mean, they made you work out there.
yeah, definitely. I didn't strike out that many guys, but I was able to fill my position. That was a big double play in the game, and I'm just happy that I got it done.
Absolutely. Okay, now, moving forward, you're talking to me from a hotel in New York City. Um, if you get the opportunity, let's say, to pitch against the Yankees, the team that drafted you, how cool would that be?
Yeah, it'd be really cool. I just sitting in the dugout yet last night watching that game. It's not as cool as just being in Fenway for the very first time, but it's up there just as far as being in Yankee Stadium for one, and then looking over and seeing guys that I got to play with in the other dugout. It's pretty cool, and I welcome any challenge and that they throw at me, and I welcome that challenge too.
Yeah, this is a very unique position because the Yankees and the Red Sox don't make too many deals between each other, and you wound up being, in a pretty big deal.
Right.
But I guess you go into it with kind of mixed emotions, don't you?
Yeah, definitely. I've been just continue to say it that I'm just super thankful for what the Yankees helped me get to. They've helped me get to this point right now, and so have the Red Sox. And so I've got a lot of love for the New York Yankees, but I've got a lot of love right now for the Red Sox too. So I'm all in on helping the Red Sox win. I don't want the Yankees to win, so I've got a respect for them, but I also want to beat them as much as I can.
Wow, that's great. Now I found out watching the podcast that you're also trying to finish up your degree. So, I mean, that's pretty cool. Talk about that and just the fact that, the professor kind of gave you an out, when you were making your big debut like that.
Yeah, I big travel day on Saturday, so I'm in classes right now. I'm taking two classes for my undergrad degree that I'm trying to finish in business administration. I'm doing it through Auburn still. It was really important to me that I get my degree from Auburn. So, I was working on homework pretty much the whole day. I had my wife driving the whole time from Rochester to Boston. So I was sitting in my lap in my computer just typing away. And one of my things is I had to take quizzes that are like proctored and stuff. And I don't want to do that in the car with my wife next to me because then it's like there's extra noise, all that kind of stuff. So I emailed my professor and I'm like, hey, like this is a big travel day for me tomorrow. I'm not gonna be able to be around my computer. Is there any way I need an extension? And all right, I told him everything that was going on, and he said, congratulations. Yeah, you got it till Monday. And I said, I appreciate that. That's awesome.
Yeah. How'd that go?
It went pretty well. Yeah, I didn't do too bad. I probably could have done a little better. I had my mind other places, but it went all right.
Has that been good, Richard, that you did have that to focus on so you weren't just like, eating yourself alive over nerves and all that stuff? Was it good that you had something to kind of distract you a little bit?
Yeah, maybe a little bit. It's good to have distractions sometimes, and I think having my computer in my lap probably wasn't the most ideal thing to do on a car ride, but just having that kind of extra piece of distraction was probably pretty good.
When you look back on this journey, um, what comes to mind in terms of, you know, pride, thankfulness? What what comes to mind when you think of what this journey has been like for you?
Yeah, I'm just super thankful. For one, just for all the opportunities that I've been given that I don't know if I really deserved. I just starting off just first going to Auburn and having the opportunity to play there, and then I walked on in Auburn and wasn't sure if I was really even going to pitch, and was able to kind of work my way into a position, but that's all because of the coaching staff and how they helped me get there. And then just the Yankees taking a chance on me, and then the Red Sox taking a chance on me too. And that all just started with my family and everybody there. Just everybody that was able to come up to Boston. Each and every one of them was a significant part in how I got to where I am today. And I'm just super thankful that for one they were able to be there and uh, and that they are in my life.
When you left the field after your outing, I mean, I was standing and applauding, and so was everyone else at Fenway. Uh, what was that like? And I know you mentioned that when you walked off the field, I mean, you looked at the family, and
Yeah.
what were your thoughts when you were making that walk that you've seen a gazillion times pitchers make when they leave the mound?
Yeah, I'll still say this. That's the most memorable part of my debut. Is just walking off the mound then, and it's just it's I didn't get a lot of guys talk about they get teary eyed and or they get like really anxious whenever they're about to start their first game or something, and I didn't really get that. I wasn't super overwhelmed. I was locked in. I was ready to go. No, first time I really started like kind of tearing up was whenever I was walking off the mound. I look up at the family, and my wife, I can tell she's just bawling crying. So it was just really cool to look over at them and see how happy they were for me. And then on the flip side, I started looking around even more, and the fans are enjoying it too. And that's just the hard work is paying off. It hasn't paid off completely yet. I'm still working really hard and to stay here and do whatever I can. But that made me feel good in the moment.
That's cool, man. Well, I appreciate your time, and we can get together again after you get your first big league win.
Awesome. Yeah, that'd be great.
That sounds good. Hey, have a great day.
Thank you. You too.
See you, Richard. Thank you so much.
No problem.
All right.
Have a good one.
See you, man.